Hi, everybody. This is Dee Wallace. I'm sitting in for Dr. Pat today. So thrilled to be here. I can't even tell you. Dr. Pat was one of the first people, oh my gosh, over 30 years ago, that discovered my work, brought me into everybody's sightline, brought me up to Seattle to speak at a big conference she did. We just go back a really long way, and I'm very, very indebted to Dr. Pat, and I'm thrilled to be here. I am an actress, as most of you know, starred in E.T. and over 200 other films now. But I am also a very accurate channel and healer. And I want to tell you a little bit about my work and what I know about the creation process. And then I would love to have you guys call in with any questions about any blocks that you are having anywhere in your life. The call-in number is 1-800-930-2819. So please join us, because the more you participate, the more the information comes through. Okay, so number one, everything's energy. You learned that in, I believe, 5th grade. Everything's energy, and energy has always been here, and energy will always be here. Energy is everything. Everything is made up of energy. So it's everything and everywhere, which is also our definition of God. And also what we learned is energy is neutral. Energy just is. And it takes some kind of direction for energy to manifest into a physical, spiritual, chemical form of any kind. So this is where I find that most spiritual people are falling out, because we are still believing the old holdovers of a lot of our old religious trainings through eons, that we have to wait for God, we have to wait for the guides, we have to wait for the angels to give us a sign. It really doesn't work that way. We were given the power and the blessing and the responsibility of free choice. So it says clearly in the I Am discourses, God will not and cannot intercede on your behalf without your clear direction. Now, what does that mean? It means you have to know what you want, and you have to state clearly what you want, and then you have to state clearly, I am creating this now. Universe, come on in and partner with me. Let's do this. But God, the guides, the angels, and it's all God, you know, all energy is God, and God is all energy. And we can add love to that, right? First thing you're taught in Bible school, God is love. So the very first thing in the creation process that you have to have in alignment is knowing what you want. And I find that when I do workshops and work with people and I ask them what they want, they tell me what they don't want. Now, why this is important is because your brain thinks in pictures, and my work combines spirituality, religion, and brain science. Your brain thinks in pictures. So when you say, well, I don't want to have to worry about money anymore, your brain literally sees you worrying about money. Now, why is this important? Because every thought, every feeling, and every perspective that we allow ourselves to have has an electrical signal that is connected to it. And that signal from your heart and your brain then is shot out into the universe. And the universe, like an old time radio, remember those old time radios when we had to tune in and line up the lines so that we could get the station we want? Well, that's pretty much what the universe is doing. So if you're sending out, I never have enough money, the universe does not judge at all. Its job is to line up what you're sending out. So the universe goes, oh, okay, she never has enough money. We will mirror that back to her so that it increases in her reality of her life. If you send out, I am the God of me and I joyfully am creating my life successfully, whoa, the universe goes, well, let me find a match for that. You get up and you say, oh my God, I'm so tired. You will get more tired. If you get up and you're feeling tired and you say, I am the God of me, that's filled with energy. And I love this day. I love what I'm going to create in this day. You will literally create more energy. So it's really vitally important that we don't wait, we create. And that we know that we are the ones that choose the joy and the love and the focus of where we want to go. So those are the principles that I want you to be aware of. Also in the good book says, as you believe, it is delivered to you. Again, the universe does not judge what you believe, because the universe wants you to remember that you are always at choice in creating your life. You choose, you direct, you commit, and then the universe partners with you. Okay. Also, in the good book, it says, ask and ye receive. You have to ask for what you want. You have to ask for partnership, right, with the universe. But what I want you to hear in ask in the original Hebrew is claim or demand, which puts a whole different spin on the sentence. So claim this, demand this, and then it is delivered to you. But most of us are taught from the time we're little, not to ask for what we want, and you probably can't get it all anyway. And we'll talk about all those limiting beliefs. I think we need to go to a break now. We'll be right back. Okay, hi, we're back at the Dr. Pat Show. This is Dee Wallace, subbing for Dr. Pat, and I'm so excited to be here. And Benny, I think we've got a caller, and I want everybody to call in. I love to have discussions and give you insights into anything you want to ask about. So Benny, I'm turning it over to you.
Yeah, these are actually mini readings from Dee. So if you'd like to join us, 800-930-2819 is your opportunity to get in the phone lines now. 800-930-2819. And Ellen from Toronto has done that. So Ellen, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty darn fabulous. How are you?
Getting there.
Okay, so my first suggestion for you, beautiful Ellen, is say I am there.
I am there.
Yeah, because if we keep saying I'm getting there, we will continue to create getting there. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, good. You got it. All right. Question?
Well, what I was interested in is finding out maybe some insights with regards to the guides regarding a beautiful love relationship for me.
Okay, when I say you want one, I get a no. Now you think you want one, or you would not be asking that question. So that means there's something in your way subconsciously. Have you had bad relations in the past?
Yes, and I've been on my own for 11 years.
Yeah. So this is the first part. It's a two-parter. The first part is you're kind of subconsciously saying, I want a relationship, but I don't want a relationship like those.
Yes.
Again, your brain thinks in pictures. So the universe is hearing, I want a relationship, but I don't want a relationship like all those other jerks that I've had. And the universe, like any good shrink, is sitting up there going, I really don't know what you want then. I hear what you don't want, but I can't bring you what you want until you tell me what you want. So the channel is suggesting to you that you sit down and write a list. And pretty much this goes for everything, guys. Absolutely everything that you want to create. Sit down and write a list of all the attributes, the positive attributes that you want in a mate and in a relationship. Don't forget good health. Don't forget financially stable. Make sure those are in there. That you want someone, it's very important for you to attract someone who respects and honors you. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you had those other relationships, and this is the part two. We're going to a core belief here, a belief that's in the core of you, not this page here. I'll never be good enough, so I leave. And that's, they're saying you got that from your dad at a very early age, conception, birth. Well, around birth. Do you know anything about your birth or the status of where your mom and dad was?
I knew my dad wanted a son.
There you go. I heard it before you said it, but I wanted you to find it. Okay. So
Yeah.
right there, we have no ability to put words on it, but we get the energy. Okay. Oh, he wanted a son. I'll never be good enough. So cut to guys that you're trying to have a relationship with then. And because your daddy was your first God, our moms and dads are our first gods, guys, then you're not going to be good enough for any of the guys that you bring in. So you bring in guys that are less than what you want so that you can feel superior to them, so that you can feel good enough, but they're not what you want. Did you follow all that?
Absolutely. It resonates so strongly with me.
Good. So make a list of what you want, my darling. And then on a list next to it, take each point and say, I am creating, and then rewrite the sentence now. I am creating, write the sentence now. So I want to create into I am creating now. And then I teach everybody to go to their love place, which is anything you think of immediately that opens your heart and puts a smile on your face. I use my doggy. You can use a beautiful place in nature, a little baby that you love, anything. So do you have a love place?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
By the ocean.
Yes. They like that. So you want to look at that list and go to your love place and say, I am creating all this now. Come in, universe, and help me. And it feels like love.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
I got it. Thank you so much.
You bet you. Thank you. And the more you love something, guys, the more you will create it easily. All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Ellen. And Benny, do we have another caller?
We do. Well, let's bring on the other call, but let's also give out the number again if people would like to have that. 800-930-2819. We'll take now Rose calling in from the Snohomish area. It's here in Washington State. So, hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Hi. Hi,
How are
Dean.
ya?
I'm excited to ask a question. Well, last year, because of the pandemic, of course,
No,
my husband and I
I got to stop you there, Rose. Before you ever go any further, the channel is yelling at me. You think your mental mind told you it was because of this pandemic, but whatever we're going to talk about wasn't because of the pandemic. So we have to get to what it's about. But I wanted you to have that information right off the top. All right, go ahead, my love.
Okay. Well, we weren't able to take a trip because they canceled everything. So anyhow, and so we've been wanting to take a trip, and we've been planning it for this October from the 1st to the 16th. And we were going to go to one of the islands in Hawaii, and we were really thinking about the big island of Kona. And we pretty much had narrowed it to that, even though we've also got the island of Kauai on the radar. And we've been to all the islands, but we were really thinking we wanted to go to Kona and stay at this really nice resort. But
Okay, and what's your question, darling? What's your question?
okay, the question is, we just found out that the Ironman is going to be on Kona at the time that we were going to stay there. So we were wondering if we were trying to think, is that the smartest thing for us to do with
No.
trying to get to rest? Yeah, I
It goes-
know.
It goes right to no, but you knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of sad about it because I was really looking forward to going to Kona, to the place we were going to stay at, and when we were planning all this.
Hawaii is my favorite place on earth, and you can't lose by going anywhere in Hawaii. Okay, so I want to get
Hawaii is our next pick.
what is Kauai?
Yes.
Yeah, Kauai is beautiful, and it's smaller, you know. But
yeah, I've been there.
I want there's just some little tiny thing in your way, Rose, of creating what you want. That's the highest thing. Okay, sheets, book. Could you give me a song, my love? Any song that pops into your little bean brain.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Okay. And I want everybody to hear this. This happened to a lot of us during the pandemic. We inadvertently put a belief system together that we couldn't do it now and we have to wait. We can't do it now and we have to wait. Everything's closed down and we have to wait. Okay? That little subconscious thing going on within you is what's in your way. So you need to consciously say to yourself, look, that was last year. That does not apply anymore. Everything is open. Everything is open for my creation, which, by the way, creation never stopped during the pandemic. For those of you that continue to keep creating within yourself, you're seeing a lot of opportunities just open. It's an open door almost because you never stop creating. So when you get that into alignment, Rose, and it's a little tweak, you felt it when I said it, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everything's open to me, and I'm moving forward strongly in my decisions, knowing that where we end up will be the perfect place, and we are creating an amazing vacation right now.
I will keep saying that, and I think we'll get the right answer. I definitely
No,
believe
not you think. No, it works the opposite way. You've got to know, and then it comes. So I know what the highest and clearest answer and direction is for me, for my husband and I to really celebrate and have an amazing vacation, which, by the way, you could do in your backyard.
Oh, yes, I know.
Okay,
I
all right.
A million people. That was all.
So that's all but they really like Kauai for you.
Okay.
Maui is my
like
favorite.
that.
When I test Maui, it goes to no. I can't imagine why, but they really do like Kauai, way over Kona, by the way. In case
Oh,
you want
really?
that
Well, I love to hear
information.
that, Dean. I appreciate that. You're helping me.
Well, you asked. And when you ask, the
Yeah,
answers
I
come.
sure did.
Okay. Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you so much. You really remind me of this other energy healer lady, and I can't think of her name, but you have that same really vivacious personality that's so inspiring.
Well, thank you, darling. I am my daddy used to call me Bright Light, which is what I named one of my books, Bright Light. And I am blessed with an open, happy heart. I sure am. Thank you.
And you're one of the brightest lights here on the station for sure. So let's give out the number 800-930-2819 for Dee Wallace, who's filling in for Dr. Pat today, doing, let's say little mini readings from you. And we actually are at a break here, Dee. So let's take that. We'll be right back with more from Dr. Pat Show and Dee Wallace.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Dee Wallace sitting in for the Dr. Pat Show today. And I am a clairaudient channel, and I am doing readings for all you beautiful people. So we would love you to call in 1-800-930-2819. And I believe, Benny, we have a caller to get to.
Yep, we'll take Nels. He is calling in from the North Seattle area. Hi, Nels.
Hi, babe.
Good morning, Dee. How are you?
I'm pretty awesome. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. The reason for the phone call is the moment I heard your voice on the radio, it's like, I need to talk to Dee today. And what's going on in my life, and it's just mainly tweaking some energies. I've done a lot of healing in the last 4 or 5 years. A lovely lady by the name of Sal has come into my life, and I'm working with a lovely couple on doing some energy work for others and helping others out in their lives and healing. My question is, what's next? What do I need to tweak? What do I need to look at?
You need to know that you can be spiritual and make money at the same time.
Oh, thank you.
I guess we hit the nail on the head from that side, did we?
Yes, ma'am. I needed permission, apparently.
Well, yeah, you need to give yourself permission. This, by the way, boy, there's a long ancestral line they're showing me around this belief, especially on your father's side. This is so interesting because usually they take me to moms. Do you remember what your father modeled to you about making money when you were younger?
Well, I know that our family, based in Michigan, in the Ludington area, they lost hundreds of acres of land during the Depression, farm, fishing, the whole 9 yards.
Okay,
and so
that's the more specific belief, Nels, is that you're holding off bringing in your total and great abundance because you're in fear that if you have it, you'll lose it. So subconsciously, it's better just not to create it anyway. Do you understand?
There it is. I understand because I was just informed by family members that my folks are broke right now. So there it is.
Well, you're not creating for your folks. I understand that we all want to take care of our parents as much as possible as we age. But their story, listen, everybody, their story is not your story. You only want to keep the powerful things that you learned from their story. And the things that disempower you, like a belief, I might as well not create it because I'll lose it anyway. You want to reprogram that. You want to consciously say, I am creating everything I want, knowing that I keep it and celebrate it and embrace it in every way. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels extraordinary.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely
freedom, honey.
extraordinary.
So look, everybody, I want to teach a really important principle here. How we see ourselves, how we see the world, and how we see the world seeing us is all totally complete in your brain by 8 years old. This is neuroscience now. So if you are hitting a wall in any area of your life, I want you to go back to your childhood from conception to 8 and go, okay, what was I taught about this subject? And what was modeled to me? What did I watch my parents do? You know, for example, my father was an alcoholic who I watched my mother take care of pretty much all my life. My grandfather had been a very important CPA in Kansas City, but by the time I came along, he'd had 2 major strokes. We had to live with them because we were so poor. And all I could see was my grandmother taking care of my grandfather. So my first 8 years was, oh, I get it. Women have to take care of men. So a lot of the first relationships in my life, I attracted men, lovely men, but men that I had to take care of. Because that is what was modeled before me. Do you understand now?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So if you want to break free, really break free in your own creation process, you've got to ask yourself, what part of my family story do I want to keep that empowers me? And what part of my family story is it time to let go of?
Powerful.
Yeah, it's real freedom when you uncover these things. So I want you to know, because I do it, Dr. Pat does it, it's totally possible and probable that you will make money doing this work, that you will make good money doing this work. But you have to start saying, I am the God of Nels who is creating wonderful healing work for others where I make a really good living doing it. And my first intention is to serve. You see, money, guys, is just an exchange of energy. If you think of money as a hug, you can't really have a great hug with somebody if they don't really hug you back, can you, Nels?
No, absolutely not. And that I work on people's homes, and if I don't receive a hug back energetically and whatnot, I simply don't work with them anymore.
Well, then let money hug you, honey. Let money hug you. You're not letting money hug you, and yet that's what you're asking from other people. But if you're pushing money away, then the people who want to hug you with money can't step forward, can they?
No, they can't.
Okay. You got some good answers here. Now you've got to take them and put them into action in your life. All righty.
That is my intent. Thank you.
Okay. Go get him, Tiger.
Thanks, Nels, for joining the show for sure. Yeah, 800-930-2819 for a mini reading if you would like with Dee Wallace. She is here. We'll take one more caller before our last break, if that's okay, Dee.
Yes.
All right, we'll take Rochelle. She's calling in from the Kirkland area. Hi, Rochelle.
Hi there.
Hi, sweetheart.
I think you gave me a lot of answers in that last call.
Yeah, that's what happens when we all get together. Everybody's answer applies to you too. So.
Okay, so basically, rundown. I'm 65. I was let go from my job after 23 years. Right before I turned 63, I've been doing temp work. That job's going to end. I am at a dead end. I keep.
No, stop right there.
Okay.
Okay. The only person that takes you to a dead end is you.
Okay, how do I stop it?
You don't stop it. You create what you want.
Okay.
So can you say, I am creating an open road with all possibilities for me of things that I love to do that pay me well? Isn't that what you want?
Yes.
Okay, but you see, you haven't been asking for it. And you can't get it if you don't ask for it. Ask and you receive.
Okay.
So tell me exactly what you want, Miss Rachel.
Okay. That helps.
What exactly do you want? Tell me right now. I am creating
work with people, either through energy work or my tarot. And that's what I want to do.
Okay, keep going.
And have enough money because I want to be semi-retired.
Okay, but you see, if you listen to this back, I'm an actress, so I'm going to kind of overact it back to you. I am creating, working with people, with my spiritual work and my tarot. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. Now, what's the vibration in my voice that you just picked up?
I sound desperate.
Yes. Good for you. Yes. You sound desperate, which means you are in fear that you cannot create it. Yep. Let me tell you, everybody, it is not your job to figure out how. It is not your job to figure out how. It is your job to get clear about what you want and feel love and joy around all of it. And then ask the universe to partner with you. That's your job. I'm telling you, I just finished my 6th book, and the channel at the end of the book, I thought I was finished, and it said, no, we want you to outline everything you created during the pandemic. I went, what? But I do what the channel, I've never known my channel to be wrong, so I just follow it. I could not believe when I got it down on paper, all the things that were delivered to me and how they came from places I didn't have the wildest dream. Now, I couldn't have purposely created them, but I knew what I wanted. I got up every day and I said, okay, there's limitations in the world. What can I create today?
Okay.
Okay.
That helps. Yes.
And then only say what you want, then say you're creating it, and then as much love and joy as you can feel into seeing yourself reading those tarot cards and doing your spiritual work, and people going, here's $100 and it was worth every single. Oh, well, okay. So what happened to your energy when I said $100?
Nothing. I don't think. Is it not enough?
Well, when I say you're okay with making 100, I get a no because you want to make more. So how much per reading do you want?
I think 100's fine.
Nope, goes to no. Raise it up another 20.
Okay, 125.
Okay, does that feel, yeah, see, now my pendulum's going crazy. Big yes. So, guys, you don't need me to do that. All you have to do is drop into your heart. Everybody, listen to me. We're taught to go to our minds. Your mind is never going to give you the highest answer ever. Your mind is designed to doubt and question.
That's right.
So, does Kona feel good in my heart? Doing these readings at 125 feel good in my heart, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. Thank you so much. Boy, you brought a lot of good stuff in there. You bet.
Yeah, thanks, Rochelle, for joining us from the Kirkland area. 800-930-2819 is the number for the Dr. Pat Show, talk radio to thrive by. And, of course, we have special guest host Dee Wallace filling in, doing readings for us. And now we're going to run off to a quick little break. We'll be right back with more with Dee.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Dee Wallace. This is the Dr. Pat Show. I have been so thrilled to be with you today. I want to give you an awesome, incredible exercise that the channel says is the quintessential exercise to create your life. So we've already talked about finding your love place. So everybody go to your love place. Anything that makes you smile and opens your heart. My little doggy Freedom's laying right here going, it's me, it's me. Okay, now I want you to state, I am creating. You can put awesome money flow. You can put fabulous health and wellness. You can put divine right relationships. Anything, pick one thing just for the exercise. Okay, so we're going to go to our love place. We're going to take a deep breath into the count of 3 or 4. Really push your ribs out. Smile. And as you exhale, you say to yourself, I am creating whatever your sentence is now. Another deep breath. Smile. Exhale and say your statement. Another deep breath. Smile. Exhale as you say your statement. Okay, if you do that 10 minutes a day, I guarantee you things will start showing up in your life. You will see shifts in yourself, which is the most important thing, guys, because when you shift you, all energy around you has to shift. That's science. Christ in the good book said, think only on these things. Love being the highest one. According to my channel, love is the greatest creative tool and force we have and we don't use it. We think love is something that we get from another person. You can choose to be love no matter what. All right, so I do that exercise every day for 10 minutes. If I don't do it, I feel like I've missed something. You know, you're going to, after a few times, you're going to really love doing this. And I just want to end with a really important story message for you. I just lost my older brother. I was back sitting hospice with him for 7 days. And of course, as anything that brings big families together, there are a lot of family dynamics that start happening. I had a perception, okay, a way of looking at my family that made me feel that I wasn't included. And I even said to my brother, I hope after you leave, I will still be considered and welcomed into the rest of the family. That was my perception. I walked into his hospital room. There were pictures of every single grandkid, kids, his wife, everywhere. No pictures of me or my daughter. And what I want you to hear is that reinforced my perception. Later, everybody was talking about this fabulous ice cream place. And I said, oh my God, why have I never, all the times I've been back here, I've got to go to. So I went to lay down for a half hour. I came back and everybody was eating ice cream from this place. And I went, well, you guys brought me one, right? Well, we thought you were asleep. I said, what, you couldn't bring me one and put it in the refrigerator? Again, my perception being brought to life to me. I went back to where I was staying and I got my pendulum and I said, all right, obviously I'm in reaction. I'm not happy. I don't want to feel this way. This isn't good for my health, my psyche. What is going on? And it took me to my first sheet, which was all about the signal that we send out that I shared with you all. And I read the line, I am the power that chooses love and joy. And I went, oh my God, I get it. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. The only thing that matters is that I be love. So I got up the next day and I went over to my sister-in-law's house where everybody was. And I thought before I walked in, I'm just being loved today. That's my job, is to just be loved. I walked in, all my nieces and nephews got up and hugged me. My sister-in-law got up and hugged me, says, oh, we're so glad you're here, Dee. We need your input. And I stood there and realized how different that day was than the day before, because I had shifted me. Thank you for joining me on the Dr. Pat Show. Go out, be love, take love, send love, and live love, guys. That's what it's all about.